You know, we are sitting about 2 weeks out now from the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2, and to me that means that it's time to head back for the first time in 4 months to the Switch eShop. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay, welcome to Square Pegs. That's right, we are going back to my eShop Excellence video series where I look at fantastic eShop games that you can add to your digital collection. And the best thing about it is all of these are playable on the brand new hardware, and they all play better than they did on the original. Every bit of footage you're going to see today is captured on Switch 2 hardware, so let's kick things off with a Switch 2 exclusive, Fast Fusion. Fast Fusion was the first game I actually bought on the Nintendo Switch 2 that wasn't one of the physical games I picked up. And I'm so happy I did, because this is an incredible anti-gravity racer that just feels unbelievably fast. Like, to me, this is on par with F-Zero GX on the GameCube as far as feeling of speed goes from a racing game. And the physics engine behind it is spectacular, because you're not only able to just kind of like barrel your way through these different courses, there's jumps and things you have to complete as well. You're able to pick up boost items to make yourself go faster. There's parts of the track where you have to kind of switch your, I guess, polarity, for lack of a better term, to match the different boost that's on the screen to be able to go faster. You're even able to, like, as you go through this game, to fuse different aspects of your vehicles together to make a new vehicle. It's an incredible game. It is so fast, and it is such a fun racing game, and it gives you something a little bit different than what you would experience with Mario Kart World on the Switch 2. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more arcadey, a little bit more F-Zero GX, then you're looking for something like Mario Kart, check out Fast Fusion. It's $14.99 and worth every penny. Way back in ye olden days of 1997, I saw an ad in a magazine with a certain pink-haired caveman on it, and I was intrigued, and that character was Tomba. And okay, full disclosure, I have been waiting to review this game for a few months now, because when I initially got a code for it, my Switch wouldn't play it. It crashed for me constantly, and it was something that was wrong with my device. There were some issues at launch, but they cleaned those up, and for some reason my system just would not update appropriately. Shout out to MVG, Modern Vintage Gamer, who was messaging me and working with me trying to figure out what the issue was. I was giving him bug reports, and he was super cool about it. Like, he understood there were situations going on, and he wanted to try to find out what the problem was. So now that I've got my Switch 2 and they put out the new update to make it play perfectly on Switch 2, I am now able to play what is one of my all-time favorite games. This game is spectacular. This is one of the single best platformers on the original PlayStation. I would put it up there as one of the best platformers of all time. I think it is absolutely spectacular, and there's all kinds of great improvements on this one. You're able to save anywhere now. You can rewind if you're stuck on a challenge. You can use analog control instead of digital control. There's a museum. It's a really fantastic game. I love this one. I hope we get a Tomba 2 down the road. I would love to see that remastered as well. This game's normally $19.99. Right now it's on sale until the 10th of July for $14.99 here in the States. The first time I saw Monstroscopy offered on a code review website, I was absolutely blown away by the presentation of it. Just the look of it. The visual aesthetic alone, to me, does an inordinate amount of heavy lifting, because this game is stunning. Everything about it is beautiful. The character models are gorgeous. The presentation is incredible. It feels like a 1950s Mexican luchador movie or monster movie come to life. Like, everything is presented that way, and I really do feel like aesthetic can take a game far, but you still need gameplay in order to make it an excellent game, and Monstroscopy does that by giving you a really interesting and creative simplified fighting game mechanic. There's no heavy button combos or anything like that you have to put in. You just utilize your directions on your D-pad in combination with the buttons you press to perform different attacks. This simplifies things, but it also really streamlines the gameplay experience and lets you just kind of take in just the overall absurdity of everything you're experiencing. There's incredible levels that feel like they stepped right out of a B-movie. There's feelings of like a fight poster from a luchador fight back in the 50s. It's an incredible game. I am really, really fond of Monstroscopy. It's something that I can't suggest enough. It's normally $12.49, and it's on sale for $9.99 until July 10th here in the States. You would be forgiven for looking at Cattle Country and thinking this is just another Stardew Valley clone. And I won't lie to you, there's definitely some similarities here. You go to a new town, you settle into your new ranch or your new farm, you're planting crops, you're harvesting crops, you're meeting the town, you're able to romance people, but it does all of that with a decidedly Wild West feel, because underneath that kind of veneer of what is Stardew Valley inspired gameplay, you also have bandits. So you have to protect your homestead. There's buried treasure for you to go find where you have to go down into the mines. There's all kinds of just crazy animals and things like that that you're able to capture or hunt or just visit. It's a really, really interesting title. I really enjoy this one. I'm a sucker for a cozy game like this anyway. So cozy game fans, be sure to check out Cattle Country. This is from Platonic. I want to thank Platonic Friends for giving me a review code for this game. I was very intrigued by it and I love it. I'm ecstatic to play this one. I'm going to be playing this one for a long time. Cattle Country is $24.99. Got to thank John Riggs for introducing me to Boomerang X. This game is amazing. This is a really creative, physics-based, first-person... I hesitate to call it a shooter, but you're kind of shooting a giant boomerang at people. So this is really, really clever. You are able to use the boomerang, obviously, to attack. That's kind of how it works. But every stage you go to is going to have interstitials where you actually need to kind of put the first-person shooter aspect of your brain to bed and break out the puzzle platformer aspect of it as well, because physics play a huge part in this game. You are able to use the boomerang to not only attack enemies, not only throw it directly at them, but when it ricochets back, take enemies out in that way as well. You are able to throw it in a particular direction to hit targets, to unlock gates, to destroy crystals and things like that, to open different aspects of the level. But you're also able to throw it and then launch yourself towards it and use physics to propel yourself further into the level or to get to different aspects of the stage. The game is just incredible. Like, it is such a creative use of physics and such a simple game to look at and pick up and understand, but incredibly challenging to master because there's so much to it. I am really enjoying my time with this one. Devolver, as the publisher, just absolutely crushed it. The developer is Dang, which I love. I think that's great. This is an awesome game. $19.99, absolutely worth playing. Be sure to check it out. The Onimusha series from Capcom is one that I've been a fan of for a long time, and I was really excited when I saw that Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny, was getting an HD remaster and released on the Nintendo Switch, and I am incredibly thankful to the folks at Capcom for providing a review code for this game. I am a big fan of the Onimusha series, and it's one that I always felt was kind of unfortunate that it felt locked onto the PlayStation 2, because those original Onimusha games, and specifically Onimusha 2, which is my favorite in the series, was just such a masterpiece of a game that I really felt it should just be everywhere, and it should be played by anyone that wanted to play it. And I am so happy now that this is released on the Switch. This is the signature Onimusha experience that you've had in the past on Onimusha 2. It doesn't really change a whole hell of a lot as far as that goes. The graphics are HD now, and the controls are a little bit modernized, where you're actually able to do counterattacks a little more regularly, and the sword plays a little bit different. But other than that, it's the signature experience and the signature adventure you went on with the original release of Onimusha 2. Very excited that this is now on the Switch. It's a wonderful title. Absolutely everyone should play this one. This is an all-timer. It's $29.99. One of my favorite video game genres are brick breakers, which might seem super simple, but they're fun. I find them incredibly, almost zen-like, something that I just kind of lose myself in and enjoy. And I wouldn't blame you if you looked at a brick breaker and said, there's not really a whole hell of a lot you can do with that. Like, you see some really crappy mobile versions of brick breaker games out there that are just not great. And when I initially saw Breakout Beyond, I was kind of suspicious that it was going to be something like one of those crappy mobile brick breakers, but then I saw the development team behind it, and it's Choice Provisions, the guys who did the Runner games, which I love. So I was really, really intrigued. First off, it's not traditional Breakout. The game is no longer north to south, it's now east to west. You have to make your way through a level breaking bricks to get to a goal line. And as you go, you're going to find different power-ups and different abilities, and it's really clever. There's 72 different levels that you're able to play through. There's unlockable endless mode, which is amazing. There's online play and 2-player co-op locally, which is just fantastic. And of course, it's Choice Provisions, so you know there's going to be some incredible audio that's procedurally generated and just works as you play and changes as you play. It's absolutely fantastic. Game is magical. It's normally $14.99. It's 20% off until July 10th, 2025 here in the States, so that's going to make it $11.99. Always a good day when a new game from my friends at Flynn's Arcade drops. Thanks to them for the review code on this one. This is Flora and Fang, Guardians of the Vampire Garden, and this is Flynn's Arcade answer to Donkey Kong 3, but it does things a little bit differently than just having you spray bugs, because there's aspects of this game that you really need to think ahead on. You are able to pick up and move the different pumpkins on the level to keep them from getting picked up by the bugs. Yeah, you can absolutely spray the bugs and pop them and then pick up the money so you can upgrade your gear as you go. And there's fun 2-player gameplay as well. It's a really clever game. But the gameplay itself is just a really simple single-screen arcade game that just ups the ante every single level you go through. There's a bunch of different levels to go through. There's a bunch of different traps that you're able to use, and you're able to upgrade your gear, like I mentioned. It's a really, really fun game. And the best thing about anything from Flynn's Arcade is that it's not going to break the bank. This is a $6.99 title, so if you're looking for something that is fun to play, quick to pick up and enjoy, Flora and Fang, Guardians of the Vampire Garden is for you. I have had my eye on Ruffy and the Riverside for about 6 months now, ever since I first saw a trailer for it, because just the visual appearance of the game alone was enough for me to say, yes, I need to play it. It's all hand-drawn. Amazing hand-drawn characters that just come to life on your screen, and it also has some incredibly ambitious gameplay elements in it that I just think are really, really cool. So there is a copy and paste mechanic, which you should be familiar with. If you've ever done a Word doc, you know how to copy and paste stuff, and that happens here in Ruffy and the Riverside too. You're able to copy textures from the world and paste them onto other aspects of the world to give you ways to escape, ways to access new parts of the level. It's an incredibly imaginative and just a huge, wide open expanse of a world that you're able to just kind of dive into and enjoy. The music is fantastic. Like I said, the look of the game is gorgeous. There's a ton of collectibles, a lot of side quests. It's a perfect 2D/3D platformer because your character's 2D, but the world is 3D as well. There's also some 2D side-scrolling levels as well. It's a magnificent game, and it's something that I don't think should be overlooked because it is that good of a game. This is a $19.99 title. It's 10% off for the next couple of days. It actually ends on June 29th. The sale ends and it goes back up to $19.99, but right now you can get it for $17.99. Be sure to check out Ruffy and the Riverside because it's magic. It's an absolutely magical title. Man, I have been playing Street Fighter since the early 90s. I remember vividly the first time I played the World Warrior. It was at Walmart in Cape Coral, Florida with my buddy David, and it was a game that I just was immediately enthralled by. And I've been playing it ever since. I've played every single version of Street Fighter. I have bought every single version of Street Fighter, so when I found that Street Fighter 6 was coming to the Switch, I had to get it. I am so ecstatic to have this game because not only do you get the core Street Fighter 6 experience, you also get the 8 fighters from years 1 and 2 of the Street Fighter character expansion. So you're getting characters like Terry, like Mai Shiranui, like M. Bison. There's a ton of amazing characters in here already, but they keep adding more, and year 3 is coming right up, and Sagat is going to be in it, so that makes it instantly better. The graphics in the game are spectacular. The gameplay is incredibly well, especially if you have the Pro Controller 2. It's like it was designed for the title. The hub is pretty cool because there's some retro games in the back, and I do like that. I still don't really understand kind of like the creative fighter mode. Like, that doesn't really do anything for me, but you might love it. And if you do, that's awesome. There is a physical release of this, but do be aware that the physical release is a game key card. So if you were not wanting to purchase those, there's a digital version as well, where this is a $60 release. It's a fantastic game. It is one of my favorite Street Fighters ever made. It's the most fun I have had playing Street Fighter on initial release since Street Fighter 3 Third Strike dropped. Street Fighter 6 Years 1 to 2 Fighters Edition is $59.99. There you have it, my friends, 10 amazing eShop games that you can add to your digital collection on your Nintendo Switch 2, and in some cases on your original Switch as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you've played any of these, if any of these look particularly entertaining to you, things that you'd like to see more information on, or things that you want to play in the future. Until next time, folks, I've been Jay. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me. Click the link on screen right now to check out the entire playlist of this series. I've been doing these videos now for 5 years, so there's a few games to check out. But until next time, remember, play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.